household assessment for minor damage will receive support of up to $75,000
For what?
for
Please
minor
say that again.
damage. Minor
For
damage.
minor,
Yeah.
what do they consider to be minor?
All of these monies will be granted through digital vouchers, prepaid and payment
Digital
cards.
vouchers.
Yeah. You not trust the digital thing.
I mean, never said that.
Direct deposits. They say you can do self-reporting. You can complete the self-reporting form to report home damage, which
And is that
triggers
online?
an assessment for aid. Yes. So be prepared to provide identification and documentation of damage. Now, when I did my research, documentation of damage, photographs. So,
Miss Jane, Hamas Joe, there are phones calling that are foreign.
True.
That we just talked about. They know them about take picture.
People want to know how will these monies be spent.
Who is going to spend? How will it be accounted for? I want you to touch back to something. The requirement.
Black River was unrecognizable. It looked like, I don't know what it would be like if a bomb dropped somewhere.
Well, it looked like Hiroshima.
There you go. Welcome to another Discover Jamaica podcast, where it's hosted by me, Kareem Latouche, and Vivienne Grant. And she's one of my resident co-hosts. She's also my former high school teacher as well as a cancer survivor. Now, GB, we're going to be talking about the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa and the recovery process thus far. Now, on October 28th, 2025, Jamaica experienced the most catastrophic hurricane that we have ever had, right? It ravished St. Elizabeth. It ravished, parts of Westmoreland, right? We're talking about even like White House. When I was driving through White House, GB, it was heart-rending, especially when I saw like what happened to certain properties. When I saw what happened to St. Elizabeth, I went down to Jake's.
I saw you at Jake's, right?
I went down to Jake's, GB, and...
But he had just renovated.
Yes, he had...
Because of
burial. So burial had occurred, like you would say...
a year?
Yeah, probably a year.
About a year.
Yeah, so burial had occurred before, and or it may have been like 16 months, not certain, right? But it's between 12 and 16 months, and extensive renovation was taking place there. So, and then when him come back now, him get hit with this.
You have come to visit us at some of our darkest days in the history of Jake's, and I just believe that we're going to look back at these days and we're going to say that these helped us to be the people who we are for the rest.
I mean, kudos to Jason. He was of such strong spirit, but nonetheless, it caused catastrophic damage. The same thing with another place called Lashings.
Must be millions, something like that.
Yeah, gosh, man. So these places were hit hard. When I went to Petersfield in Westmoreland, people never have no roof. Good. And then when I went to Ground Zero, which was Black River, GB, Black River was unrecognizable. It looked like, I don't know what it would be like if a bomb dropped somewhere.
Well, it looked like Hiroshima.
There you go.
But I have a friend who is from that thing and say Hiroshima.
Yeah. So it was that type of look, where you just see rubbles,
Yes.
You're just seeing rubbles. And I mean, I don't know. Some people say, well, why they never build a seawall? I don't know if a seawall could have stopped something like that.
I don't think that. You don't see the concrete road. You don't see the road.
Because let's talk about things
roads like chopped.
The storm surge was in excess of 16 feet. Right? And I mean, for those who were there, they said that it came with a tremor. So
yes, some people said that
the earth was shaking.
Because people said that their houses moved. Windows were vibrating. But I just think that we got not a double whammy. Yeah. It was earth tremor. Let's call it earth tremor, tornado, hurricane, and something. Somebody needs to tell us what caused trees to be stripped of their clothing.
Yeah, man, the strip.
These they just stand up and brown.
True.
So it's burnt. My God.
And even for me, when I got to view it, because I've interfaced with so many of these businesses, and when I got to see a place called Nola's event, and when you see how it just ripped through the glasses, lift up the roof, and I know the owner. This is a Jamaican who come from that side of the island. And you know what I always used to love about interviewing all of these owners? They more stay in them community.
Of course.
Ideas, they're investing into their country and they're hiring locals.
Yes, that's the next thing. Even with development, as it relates to just creating job opportunities for multiple persons in our area.
They
And
stay in the
build up
community and
them
them stay in
community.
them land.
And
And they are proud and they are supported by their people.
And them
So it's like
locals.
families.
Jason,
you know,
Jason from Jakes
destroyed.
he is linked to about 200 people, directly,
Employed.
Yeah, through him one way or the other. 200, The
Because and the
carpenter,
fishermen,
the
yeah,
plumber,
because
the direct
Jesus,
employees.
everybody.
You get Malcolm from?
Everybody.
The farmers, them who because him use a lot
Buy
of
the
fresh
food,
produce.
yes.
So you have people who, these business people, they have impacted. So anyway, what we're going to be discussing today is what is going to be happening with the recovery process of all of this. Now, this is a young channel that we're doing. Please subscribe if you like it. We're discussing a bunch of Jamaican-oriented topics, things that are affecting us as Jamaicans and things that we perhaps should have on our discussion table as Jamaicans. So if you like it, please subscribe, all right? It means a lot, and share it with people. Now, GB, let me just talk about what is going to happen. The government has launched an initiative that's called the Shelter Recovery Program, right? So they're going to be providing building vouchers and materials to help the most vulnerable to rebuild roofs. You have places, I know you have places like Parity, right? You have places like White House. But when I drove through Westmoreland specifically, roofs were gone, GB. Tons of
No
roof.
light, no water.
No
nothing.
light, no water.
Darliston got back water last evening.
Can you
That
imagine
was on
that?
the news.
And even
But
back,
it's not water.
light?
Light.
Yeah.
But it is not. They still have massive work to do in terms of, so it's something that JPS have. I call
GB,
it a barge
GB,
supplying the
I don't want to deviate too much, right?
Yeah.
But there was a joint committee in Parliament, and they wanted to hear from JPS, and they said JPS has avoided them for 3 consecutive times, and the most vocal were people from opposing sides, right? Which is Peter Bunting, which is on the PNP side, and Warmington, which is on the JLP side, and they were both asking why JPS was not. This is, I think, the 3rd hearing that JPS is not on.
Yeah.
So let me tell you what go on there, GB, right?
Operative word.
So them say household assessment for minor damage will receive support of up to $7,500, $75,000
For what?
for
Please
minor
say that again.
damage. Minor
For
damage.
minor. What do they consider to be minor?
So boy, I feel like say if your windows have been broken, things like that, right? I think roof is major.
Roof cannot be
Minor,
okay.
right,
Cool.
okay. But they're saying that for major damages, you get up to $200,000. And for those with severe damages, may access up to $500,000, right?
All right. Please hold.
Mm-hmm.
How much to put back a roof?
A roof is
$200,000
plus more than 200,000.
can't
Right.
fix a roof.
No. But granted, doing no.
But
these things are not to pay for somebody to rebuild it, or it's to probably to help
to
somebody
put back the roof.
Roof work expensive.
Once you have roof, then me not care.
And another thing, I mean,
throw something on the floor and sleep till such time. But it's the roofs.
Yeah, man. Because even when I was driving, I saw a lot of tarpaulin, but tarpaulin can't withstand the elements, right? So if things get rough, it can't do nothing. And I'm also imploring people, because when the hurricane just hit Jamaica, everybody was in the emotional state.
Yes.
However, this is a long-standing thing, and so I encourage people who had reached out to me, think of it in phases. Even if you don't catch the first phase and you have not to give, and you have not to give the second phase.
Yes, it's ongoing. Yeah, man. Yes, there's a lot to do.
And find people.
But there are many persons who are still giving.
Yeah, man. Find people who you trust, because at the same time, you know, I see people sending down stuff, but Jason from Jake's was quick to remind me that, Kareem, our hardware have all of these stuff. So we just need the cash for us to purchase them. So you don't have to send down a lot of things. You don't have to send down screws.
Because some of the things that they're sending are here.
We already have them here.
It's just the money to purchase, the
Right.
purchasing power.
Right. So
Okay.
this will be granted. All of these monies will be granted through digital vouchers, prepaid and payment
Digital
cards.
vouchers.
Yeah. You not trust the digital thing.
I mean, never said that.
Direct deposits to beneficiaries' bank account and approved remittance-based mechanisms.
What do you mean by approved remittance base?
GB, me don't know, for tell you the truth. I don't know what approved.
I'm just asking.
I don't know.
Approved? Approved by whom?
Approved. No. Okay, that much I know now, right? Remittance. So there are some remittance services that have extended themselves, right, to these voucher things. Because anywhere that people go for collect money, the government have to figure out how to work with, right? So it's no different than somebody saying, like Paymaster,
All right.
can pay.
I see. Yes, that's why I like to ask questions, because I've heard of some little places. Some people just put up shop and say they are remittance. We don't want those.
Right. So this is approved.
We want people of long-standing service.
Right. So those persons can work as entities, no different than how Paymaster and Bill Express
that's cool.
have extended
I'll
themselves
give you
to
free ad. But it's true.
Yeah.
So
pay
that
taxes.
that is good.
All right.
I understand that. Go on.
So let me
before a question.
people are gonna ask now how you can apply for something like this, right? Which is gonna be the tricky thing.
So that's what I'm saying.
All right, but I'm gonna state a very potent point. But when I finish with this, they say you can do self-reporting. You can complete the self-reporting form to report home damage, which
And is that
triggers
online?
an assessment for aid. Yes, so these things are on aid. So online, sorry. So
there's no office I can go to?
yes, GB, right? So no, you can
I mean literal office?
Yes, man.
I like how you are rough. I just want to know.
But
Because it's not everybody digitally inclined.
I agree, and a lot of people don't have internet on that level where them can use. So them say they can visit the office. Visit the Ministry of Labor and Social Security's office in your parish.
Cool.
All right?
Yes.
To submit applications and documents.
Because some of us going to need help to guide us.
You can also approach your local member of parliament to apply for housing assistance, particularly for initiatives under the new social housing program. All right? So if it fits under that, right? Documentation.
So the social housing program would be like, shall I say the government working in tandem with Food for the Poor? You get the structures, that's one thing. So they're going to be board again? Well, it's better than nothing. Well, that is how I feel.
Some very good questions, you know.
Yeah.
Because why build back a board house?
Because many of the houses in Westmoreland
are board.
Are board houses.
Yeah, man, a lot of them.
But until we can get to the concrete, they're living under the elements.
By the way, GB, Westmoreland has some of the best craftsmen and carpenters that I've seen in terms of looking at the work.
Artisans are,
they are very good. So so let me tell you this now. People might say, so what does our documentation involve? So be prepared to provide identification and documentation of damage. Now, when I did my research, documentation of damage, photographs. So you're going to provide photograph if you have
digital again.
Digital, but if you have access to like a printer, you print out your images, them and you show it to them. Good. Now, GB.
Hi. Take time with me. Miss Jane, Hamas Joe. They have phones calling that are foreign.
True.
That we just talked about. They know them about take picture.
So here what is going to have to happen in this
and printer.
This hurricane has taught me a lot, because when I even saw, I was a part of some of the distribution of things into these communities, and to be honest, GB, in some of these
Then things blow and mash up out and wet up your
in
computer.
some of these remote communities when we were giving out stuff,
Yeah.
it was really the fittest of the fit would I get. Because there are people who stuck in the house and they can't come out. So, and when I say the fittest of the fit, I mean literally, because when you get a case of water, if people can lift up 2 cases, you get 2 cases. If a 1 case alone you can lift up, a 1 case alone you get. Because there is only equitable distribution to a point. Because there were some deep, because the communities that were on the
landslide.
Yeah, no, but no,
mud tracks.
No, but the communities also, GB, that were on the outskirts got a lot, you know. But you see the communities
yes,
where you
to
had
go
to
into the interior.
We drove up to Whithorn in Westmoreland, which was off the main.
I know,
right?
I know that.
And you had to go deep into a lot of these places, and a lot of the places to the riverbank broke. Because when we went up there, so water was just flowing on the street, you know. Right? So
and
there
people kitchen
so it's literally as you rightfully said a while ago, what happens to the senior who is not technologically
just
inclined?
about to say that. Is there anything in there for the aged?
So this is where we are going to have to be so reliant on the honesty of people. Again, this is the point that I wanted to make. It is going to play a factor. I just don't want it to play a big factor. Partisan politics.
You don't need that, man. Restoration.
So
people, everybody.
Restore the places regardless of whether
I don't
community
care what
is
P
one
you be.
party or
One
another.
P we're dealing with now is people.
Right. So
Jamaican people.
So that is something that concerns a lot of us, right? Now, one of the biggest concerns that people have, and even with the oversight committee that we have for this, people are saying, how can we have accountability with the spending of these funds? Now, I know that it cannot be done down to the T because
there's no perfect system, but make that as close as you can.
Right, because the World Bank assessment is that it's at least $8.8 billion in damage assessment, you know. Right? And the initial, so we're looking at the World Bank assessment as well as the initial payout for the catastrophe bond, as well as we had a portal to do donation, which collected, you know, billions of dollars as well. You know, people want to know how will these monies be spent?
Who is going to spend? How will it be accounted for? I want you to touch back to something. The requirement that you mentioned earlier. One of the requirements was sending in pictures and of the damage. That's how you're going to say, this is my place, this is where I used to be, and this is the damage. This is what it looks like. And you mentioned identification.
Yes.
Then when Melissa
take away a passport,
wet up and blow everybody, where me get ID from? I don't want to get naughty this morning. Where am I to get the ID from?
So even when
that's why we need the councillors.
Yeah.
We're not talking about politics. We need the councillors. We need the MPs, because if an MP don't know the teeny weeny right up in the hole, says Miss Mary one live there, sir, with her arthritis and her diabetes, gone. Who else is going to know?
True. Because, all right, let me tell you what happened. When I went to the courthouse in Black River, right? Gosh. So the courthouse was demolished and the upper floor was completely taken off, right? However, the courthouse is the epicenter in Black River for all things local authority, right?
It is symbol of.
So when I went to the side, because it had like the parish council office and everything like that, a bunch of the cabinets, right, with folders and documentation of land and everything like that was scattered all over the place. So, as you talk about documentation, yes.
I said fridge. Was fridge.
Yeah, it was fridge.
Out, drop in a house and the tile torn up.
So,
and I'm like, huh?
So what happened in that case though, but to the point that you just raised, because I went to the parish council office and saw all of these documentations on the outskirts of
Right.
it, right?
Yeah.
So legal documentations have been destroyed.
Yes.
Good. So if you did get a permit for your house and the perimeter for your house,
The surveyor's thing, right?
report, all them stuff they can be damaged too. So how do you even prove that? So the documentation, you might go to them, some of them offices here, and I mean, let's be honest too. There are going to be people going to try to exploit the system, but what about the vulnerable and the needy who say, listen, me forgot tax office now for get back my, because even me forgot tax office to get back my license and so forth, because even for me, even right now,
Yeah,
the driver's
license.
license are not being issued, because the machine is down. So you get a little card for walk with your receipt, and that's the way you have to show police. Yeah, driver's license, the machine. Now, let's not say that our country is inadequate, because this is the first
Well, we are
time.
doing wonderful things
This is the first time.
out of this destruction.
Yeah.
It is happening.
And I must
It's
say,
going to be slow.
yeah.
I think we want it. No, that has fairy tale.
No, man, this
but
is a
wand.
listen.
There is no wand to be waved
To be
to
fair,
change it.
to be
But
fair,
it's slow.
to be fair,
So
GB,
it's slow, but it look like it's sure. Me think it's sure.
many people are saying that even though it's a category 5, it hit harder than a category 5, because it really rendered more than a third of Jamaica at a standstill point.
I saw a chasm opened in a concrete house in the western end of the island. I mean, like, it kind of look, I don't know if you've ever seen a house, concrete building struck by lightning. That's what it looked like. And I saw that on TV. Remember, initially, I didn't know if I wanted to go with you.
Right.
But I really, I don't want to go.
I told people I couldn't take any seniors with me. I know people who wanted to see their loved one, but I couldn't. I never felt.
I just wanted
fear.
to, make curious.
No, this is
fast. But the truth is, when I see the pictures, it was since the snowstorm up north, and when I see the trees with the snow on it, I'm like, oh, we had ours. It just wasn't snow. It is just the brown thing standing.
So yeah, so it's a rough thing now. Let me just go straight back to ground.
Shall we talk about global warming? Don't take you off track.
so let me just talk about the Black River story now, because out of all of this, from an infrastructural standpoint,
Black River got it.
Yeah, Black River. There's no place that got demolished like Black River, right? Now, some people, when I was there, people say, well, first of all, it will be rebuilt, but how it's going to be rebuilt has to be something completely different.
We have to do, or engineers or architects, we have to go there. We have to renew. We have to think of everything in one. It's like you're not just going to have a cup of black coffee. Think of sugar and creamer and maybe like a cinnamon leaf, because it can't be just taking care that you after you put up a nice structure, you put what's the thing, the hurricane shutters. That ain't working. Those crumpled.
So what is going to have to happen? And when I spoke to
and a lot of geography.
Yeah, when I spoke to a lot of civil engineers, what they were saying is that they're going to have to go in, probably like 100 feet. Some people are presuming up to even 100 feet from the coastal line.
Yes, man.
Right, inland. Now, what many people are concerned about is that, well, if I have my property and my property was down there, how do I get, you get me, my property now will have to be relocated because you can't take home property. If my property was...
Which property? It take already, the sea.
But if my property...
The sea take it on the river to watch them away.
But what people are saying, GB, is if my property is 2 acres, right, and the government is doing their relocation plan, where will my 2 acres now be, and how will that...
Where will it start?
Where will that property be outlined, and how will it be outlined? So the logistics of all of this, GB, is a total catastrophe. I don't know. No, there are also many businesses in Black River that are not going to return. I know of one in particular, and the owner for that place actually come from Black River. And it's a place called J.A. Deals. Now, thankfully, his place was not damaged. Nobody broke into it nor anything like that. But he was saying that, business for him going to have to stop because of how the economic turnaround and everything like that. And he's from Black River.
Yeah.
Good. So Black River was also complaining that businesses were migrating. So with Black River, the only bank that is in Black River now is Sagicor, right? NCB left. And even when I was trying to send money to help people who I know in Black River, one person said, Kareem, if you can come, please come, because I'm going to have to drive to Santa Cruz and wait in a line to withdraw the money from my bank account. So I had to go down there, right? Because he was like, listen, the amount of money I'm going to spend with gas, waiting time, everything
It don't
like
worth
that,
it.
yeah, not really worth it.
It's just not
Right.
worth
So
it.
there is that.
Are you saying I'm hearing and I'm seeing just from your description? I don't want to fall into any theory, but are we saying that Black River will be no more?
I did a video.
Are we saying St. Elizabeth will be no more?
So I did a video to people and I said Black River, is gone. And the truth is that the old Black River is gone. Whether you like it or not, the old Black River is gone. All right?
So who is going to win?
I don't know. It's hard. It's hard. Black River, and I don't know, the rebuilding process of Black River for me, who spent extensive time in Black River, because let's look at the old Anglican Church, right? Which has such strong historical significance,
Yes, ma'am.
right? The town of Black River itself, it's the first town in the Western Hemisphere with electricity, the first car in the Western Hemisphere, or in at least the region for certain, came to Black River, the first car, good? And it was just an irony of life.
So those firsts have been decimated to have another first.
Yeah.
Because that.
From what we know and from what I know historically, right? It's the first part of Jamaica since Port Royal that has been decimated. From what I know of history. Good? So Black River will never look the same. For those of us who would have witnessed Black River pre-Melissa, it is going to be a priceless memory that you can never let go of. That much I can tell you.
So Port Royal sank.
Yeah, and changed.
But Black River was dismantled and disappeared.
Now, another thing that people are looking at, especially as it pertains to St. Elizabeth. Now, St. Elizabeth is also called the breadbasket. And I must say this to all government officials, right? Regardless of what party that you're in. I have always felt so upset that despite the fact that St. Elizabeth is our breadbasket, St. Elizabeth has poor irrigation,
Very.
Farmers have to be using tanks and
people
everything like
still
that.
Use tank, and now it look like they want people go back carry back water upon them head over far with donkey.
Yes.
And then you ever see you put your hand in there and throw the water out of the container. When you reach way down, you just kind of throw it out. Lord, man.
So
in some ways we're progressing so much.
Yeah.
But this one is taking us way back before I was born.
Right.
Because some of the things I talk about is here right here, so I never lived that.
It's like Charlie.
Yes.
About Charlie.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. So this is going to be like a Charlie. Nobody's going to ever forget it, because when I was growing up, people used to tell me stories about Charlie, right? And when I look at the figures, Charlie wasn't as strong as Melissa. Nowhere close to Melissa, to be honest, in terms of damage.
Well, if I were young and of childbearing age, and through misfortune I have a daughter, me would have named her Melissa.
Yeah.
Because that means power.
It's true.
But that's the only, I don't think nobody ever named, not even then cow kitten Melissa. Huh?
So
what
listen,
a memory.
Listen, this is as much as we're going to cover for today. We love having you here. We love sharing all of this content with you. You know, I mean, please subscribe. You know, we're growing this page and
Don't
we love.
get sad.
Yeah.
This is Jamaica.
Yeah, this is Jamaica. So we're going to discuss a lot of things, you know. We'll discuss a lot about Jamaican past, Jamaican language, Jamaican culture. So stay tuned, all right? And I mean, please continue to support us. We appreciate it and we love it and we read the comments too. Take care.
Yes,
What good.
comments.